Next I'm going to do a save just to make sure if any more tornadoes head this way that I won't lose any of my work if the power goes out. So we'll go ahead now and go back to edit the custom component and add in some parameters so that we can control our bolt groups. So I'll just expand this. We have these, we'll call these the horizontal bolts and the vertical bolts. Come in here and look at my variables, and I'm just going to put in 4 more parameters so that I can control the bolt size, the bolt standard, and then we'll just add in one where we can control the length from the column to the bolt hole, and then from the bottom of the beam to the bolt hole. We could add in more, but this should suffice for this. So I'll just 1, 2, 3, 4. Add in 4 more parameters down here at the bottom, and I'll go ahead, as I mentioned, we're going to go ahead and set this up to be bolt, let's see, bolt size, and then we're going to go to bolt standard, and length, we can leave those, and we do want to show these, so I'll leave that and just label this as bolt size so that it shows it pretty nice on our dialog box. Bolt standard, and I'll call this, let's call this horizontal, if I can spell, horizontal to first hole. Excuse me. And then vertical to first hole. There we go. Now, important thing to notice here, you see these values P9 underscore diameter and then P10 underscore screwed in, that these are going to be linked to the same bolt group, so we need to make these the same parameter. So I'm going to change this from P10 to P9 so that the diameter and the bolt standard are controlled with the same bolt information. So I'll go ahead and set that up, and we'll just type in for our standard will be 3/4, and I'll put in A325, and we'll just go ahead and set this up by default as let's see, 1'7". We'll see how that works. Go ahead and give this a shot. Okay.
So it's really important there, that P9 diameter and P9 screwed in. If you have a number of bolt groups in the one component, then you want to link each diameter to each bolt grade. And that's what does that, the P9 there in front of the diameter and the screwed in variable.
Yeah. So this, both of these bolts, I modeled them in as separate bolt groups, but this is going to control, they're both going to be the same diameter, same standard, so you can't have one as A307 and then one as A329. If we wanted to set that up, we would just add in more parameters to be able to control that. So for the horizontal, I'll go ahead and select, let's just hit select this, and I'll highlight the bolt group. I can click on the plus sign and drill down closer to see what's going on, and I'm going to set the size, add equation, that's going to be, what do we got, P9, and then I'll come down to bolt standard, and that's going to be, let's see,